Hello, Phi Kappa Tau. I'm Blake Maher, CEO of Series Fund Children's Network. It's been a pleasure to be your philanthropic partner for the last 25 years, and you have certainly made your brother Paul Newman very proud. I'm happy to tell you that this summer, Series Fund camps all over the world were able to open their doors to campers for our traditional summer camp programs. And as summer winds down, fall family weekends will get underway, bringing families to camp for a few days of camp and connection and fun. Your generous fundraising and volunteering make camp happen. So thank you all very, very much. The Series Fund annual report was recently released. It features a segment about the partnership between Phi Kappa Tau and Series Fund and shares the experiences of Brother Michael Bufano, who has been an avid camp volunteer and a supporter for years and is now co-chair of Series Fund's Young Executive Board. I hope you can all find some time to read the annual report. It is now my pleasure to announce the Community Service and Philanthropic Awards this evening. The Community Service Scroll is presented to chapters who excelled in community service hours per man and met the expected requirements. Congratulations to these chapters on receiving the Community Service Scroll. Of those chapters, one rose to the challenge of having the highest average of community service hours per man, thus earning the George V. Voinovich Excellence in Community Service Award. This year's winner, Zeta Xi chapter at the University of South Carolina. Presented annually to those chapters and associate chapters that exhibit success in the area of philanthropy, the Norm W. Brown Award recognizes chapters whose gifts to any philanthropy exceed $2,000. Congratulations to these chapters on the recognition of this award. And finally, the award named for Series Fund Children's Network founder, the Paul Newman Award, is granted to the chapter who raises the highest amount of funds for Series Fund during the 2021 calendar year. This year's recipient is Alpha Gamma chapter at the University of Delaware. Thank you all so much for your continued support of the camps and the campers, and we can't wait to see what the coming year has in store for Phi Kappa Tau and Series Fund.
Hi, I'm Barry Mask, your National Vice President and former National Recruitment Advisor. And you know, I'm all about recruitment. In fact, I was even able to teach some of our recruitment sessions at our initial growth summit, especially about Summer Rush. You did use Summer Rush, didn't you? Of course you did. Recruitment is the lifeblood of the chapter. It's not all about just having the biggest chapter and getting 100 guys. Oh, that could be fun. It's about sustaining the chapter. It is the lifeblood of the chapter. More importantly, hopefully you've recruited some superstars like I'm about to recognize. The Best Associate Member Award recognizes that member which has contributed mostly to moving his chapter forward. This year's winner is Eric Lenz from our Upsilon chapter at Nebraska Wesleyan. Congratulations, Eric. Speaking of our Upsilon chapter, they are also the recipient of our Best Associate Class Award, which recognizes that associate class, which also moves their chapter forward. Congratulations, men. Now, we also want to recognize, and we will scroll now, you will see our chapter Recruitment Pacesetter Awards. These are chapters who have recruited and retained a high percentage, bigger than their average chapter size on campus. Congratulations, men. And now I'm proud to present our Walter G. Sonny Strange Award for the most outstanding recruitment. Walter Sonny Strange was our former national president, also from Auburn University. This year's recipient, they did it absolutely spot on. Summer recruitment, events all summer, got back to class a week early, met guys, helped with the move-in days, had a series of events during the red zone. And it's no wonder they recruited and initiated over 50 men. And that's why I'm proud to present the Walter Sonny Strange Recruitment Award to our men from the Kappa chapter at the University of Kentucky. Congratulations, men. Cats by 90 for sure. Enjoy the rest of the program and go far.
Well, I'll keep on rolling like the lonely stone I am, hoping one day to feel your loving hands again. But until then, keep on rolling like a lonely rolling stone. Well, I learned a thing or two while I was missing you. It doesn't matter what you have or whatever it is you do. The only thing that matters is the love that you have.
Evening, brothers. My name is Dale Holland, a 1987 initiate of the Beta Mu chapter at Kent State University in Ohio. I'm proud to serve as your national president, and it's my honor to speak with you tonight. I'd like to welcome all family, friends, and guests that are joining us here tonight to celebrate our awards ceremony for the Phi Kappa fraternity, and I'm very honored to be with my brothers this evening. So, before we begin what you're all here for, I want to start the program with a couple notes that need to be addressed. First and foremost, recruitment. Now, as you enter the fall semester, I'd like to wish you all success in the world in your recruitment campaigns. The executive staff, the National Vice President, Barry Mask, and the National Recruitment Advisor have done an outstanding job and have done their parts to enable you to have a successful campaign and recruitment in the fall. It's up to you to do the hard work now. They've given you the tools to succeed, and we'd love to see the fruits of your labor as we go into next semester. So good luck on recruitment. Topic that's not very fun to talk about, but it's hazing. Hazing is not acceptable. Hazing is not tolerated. And Phi Kappa Tau is a zero, and I repeat again, zero hazing tolerance. We will not accept hazing in any manner. I can't make it more clear than that. You will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law after we close your chapter and revoke your charter. Enough said on hazing. Now, I want to give you a good positive recap from what we did over the last year. Expansion. I'd like to welcome our return chapters for Eastern Kentucky, the University of Delaware, and the University of Wisconsin. Exciting to bring our brothers back to the fold. But we have some good news upcoming this year is we're looking for Appalachia State. They're an associate chapter right now, but we're looking for them to get their charter back. We're going to help as much as we can, but we're looking forward to re-signing charters at Appalachia State, back to our Alpha chapter at the University of Miami, and at Georgetown College in Kentucky. Those are the three on the top of the list right now. But as we get towards 2023, we have another 4 universities that we're looking to start in a 2023 fall time frame. And there's more to follow on that, but we've got a lot in our pipeline as we continue on to our goal of 100 chapters by the year 2025, just like our strategic plan talks for. 100 chapters by 25. And that's a goal that we've never had in our 116-year history of Phi Kappa Tau. We've never had over 100 chapters. So we're looking forward to some hard work and some dedication by our brothers out there in Phi Tau land. So, brothers, please enjoy your brotherhood this year as you start back into the fall semester. Or if you begin a new life, let's say you're graduating, you're starting your new career, always enjoy the brotherhood of each other. And remember, brotherhood first, Phi Tau always. Brotherhood first, Phi Tau always. Now it's my privilege to announce some of our award winners for this evening. We as a fraternity don't only recognize those who have constantly been successful, but also we recognize a continued improvement of chapters who have given their all and gotten back on track, which is many cases is very impressive. Tonight I'm very happy to announce that this chapter is the most improved chapter and is awarded the Hap E. Angelo Award. This year's Hap E. Angelo Award goes to the Delta Lambda chapter at Muskingum. Congratulations to our Delta Lambda brothers for a job well done. Hard work does pay off, brothers. Go far. As national president, I have a deep respect for chapter presidents across this great land. The men elected to the brothers sign up for a lot, sometimes more than they expect. It is an invaluable leadership experience, and I'm sure many of the chapter presidents are worthy of this recognition. The Dwight I. Douglas President's Award recognizes presidents who rose to the occasion, and this year's president certainly overcame adversity and made his chapter strong at a time when his chapter needed it most. Tonight, I congratulate Brother Ashton Reynolds from the Zeta Xi chapter at the University of South Carolina for winning this year's Douglas Award. Fantastic job and fantastic leadership, Ashton. You have a very bright future ahead of you, and I congratulate you for all your hard work and your chapter's hard work. Well done, Brother Reynolds. Go far, brother. Before I introduce our Scheidler Award winners for this evening, it's time to talk about our Maxwell chapters. These Maxwell chapters exemplify 4 groups of men that set the pace for all other chapters in our fraternity. I'm excited about this group, which is comprised of some repeat presenters as well as some first-time presenters. They represent single-letter chapters as well as some of their newest additions to our brotherhood. Tonight I announce the 4 finalists are Upsilon chapter at Nebraska Wesleyan, the Chi chapter at North Carolina State, the Delta Kappa chapter at the University of Tennessee, and the Zeta Xi chapter at the University of South Carolina. Well done to all those who presented, and thank you to our dedicated panel of judges for volunteering your time and rendering a tough decision. And now I'm proud to announce this year's Maxwell Outstanding Chapter Award is the Delta Kappa chapter at the University of Tennessee. Congratulations, brothers. I was with you before COVID when we signed your charter there in Knoxville, and I know you've worked really hard. Very, very good job. A job well done, brothers. I look forward to seeing you on this podium in the future. Go far, brothers. Congratulations. And now, brothers, it's time to award our Scheidler Award winner and name them for 2022. Our Scheidler winner this year comes from the University of Tennessee. He is a founding father of the Delta Kappa chapter, working with executive office's staff support to grow his chapter in a few short years from an interest group into one of the top 4 chapters in the country. He signed the charter in 2020, and by 2022, his chapter is now competing for the Maxwell Award. Recognized as a top graduating senior in the country, I'm happy and say we're also lucky to have got him on the staff of the executive offices in Oxford, working on a recruitment team. The bar is set high, gentlemen. This year's William H. Scheidler Award winner for Outstanding Graduating Senior goes to Brother Ryan Callahan. Well done, Brother Callahan. Super proud of you and all your accomplishments. And now I know you have a couple of remarks you'd like to make to this group. Before I say take it away, Ryan, I want to again congratulate you on a job well done. Take it away, Ryan. Congratulations.
The class of 2022 witnessed unprecedented, life-altering changes in our time as undergraduate scholars. When I enrolled at the University of Tennessee in 2018, I expected the next 4 years to be full of the stereotypical collegiate experience, going to football games, fostering new relationships in class, playing intramural sports, and learning plenty of new skills. And I certainly got more than I bargained for. On spring break in 2020, the world as we knew it turned on its head. Spring break turned to an early summer, and eventually to a virtual world that we didn't fully understand. The COVID epidemic left no stones unturned, affecting people globally. All of our ambitions, plans, and even the way we perceive the world completely flipped upside down. Yet one thing remained constant: Phi Kappa Talk. When I entered college, I had no intention of joining Greek life. I had very few friends in Greek organizations and no familial ties. Coming from Long Island, New York to a whole new place, I would even say I felt overwhelmed by the Greek community. Regardless, in the spring of 2019, two national recruiters from the executive offices, Alex Papke and Colton Anderson, invited me to meet some of the members of the Delta Kappa interest group. Men such as Harrison Mosier welcomed me with open arms, and within a week, I had accepted a bid and became the new recruitment chairman. At that point, I had no idea the time and dedication it would require to help my newly found brothers move from an interest group to an associate chapter to a charter organization and eventually a Maxwell Founders Forum. As recruitment chairman, I worked tirelessly to bring new members into our fraternity, recruiting potential new members from the day classes started until the day before finals. From there, I moved into the membership orientation officer position, helping to expand the education role in an organization in which I did not fully understand the traditions yet. In spring of 2020, we chartered with momentum until the COVID epidemic hit. Through COVID, we transitioned our strategies to maintain our growth in a virtual world. The next election cycle, I became vice president, helping to reorganize our organizational structure to keep up with our rapidly growing chapter, and eventually moving into president after one semester. In that time, I helped to negotiate a new house for Delta Kappa, and as president, I helped to foster the largest associate member class the Delta Kappa chapter has seen to date. I witnessed my chapter go from an interest group of 12 men to a founders full chapter of 100 men in a matter of 3 years through COVID. By my senior spring, I had found my passion in Greek life and I accepted a job at the executive offices as a recruiter with the intention of giving back a similar experience to undergraduates that Alex Papke had offered me 3 years ago. I explained my experience to demonstrate a few points. First, the connections I gained as a fraternity man are beyond any scope I would have expected as an independent. Personally, I fostered relationships with people that would help motivate me constantly to strive for success for the rest of my life. Professionally, I found my passion, of which would not have existed had I not accepted a bid 3 years ago, and literally accepted a job because of Phi Kappa Tau. Second is development. As corny as it sounds, Phi Kappa Tau has turned me from a man of character into a man of distinction. The leadership and organizational experiences I had are priceless, as I gained more useful skills than I could have imagined in my time as an officer of fraternity. Third is mental health. The NIC reports that men in Greek life are overall happier than men unaffiliated with a Greek organization. With the COVID epidemic coinciding a mental health crisis, with more people than ever experiencing depression, loneliness, and anxiety. Having your brothers by your side helps to erase that stress and improves experiences for a lifetime. Fourth is pride. In my college, in my chapter. Looking back to where my chapter has come from to where it is now, that makes me extremely proud to say that I am a Delta Kappa. And even further, the relationships with other students and organizations at UTK makes me proud to say I'm a volunteer, even if our football team isn't at the top of the list every year. Lastly, the events we attended and or hosted are some of my favorite experiences in college, and I certainly wouldn't have as many fond memories without my affiliation in Phi Kappa Tau. Now, while I outlined all the benefits I encountered in my time, it is not to say there were no obstacles. As a founding father, we joined without a single idea of the work it would take to have those fun experiences. Oftentimes, brothers would clash over our development, and COVID certainly was no slouch. But overcoming those obstacles, both personally and as a chapter, made those victories just that much sweeter. In the end, I am thankful for all the struggles we overcame as it turned me into the person I am today. From where I'm sitting, I certainly would not be speaking to you all from a balcony overlooking Honolulu, Hawaii, accepting this incredible honor with pride, if it wasn't for these obstacles. Before I wrap this up, I would like to thank so many people for their guidance and support throughout my collegiate experience. First, I want to thank my parents and my brothers Kyle and Tyler for their support. Even though none of them had any experience in Greek life, They eagerly supported every decision and learned about as much in Greek life as I did. Many late-night phone calls later, venting about the day-to-day struggles of being a fraternity officer, and somehow they still accept me with open arms. Next, I would like to thank all my brothers in Delta Kappa, as they had to put up with my policies and my sarcasm constantly for years, and yet I still maintain my relationships with each of them. In addition, I would like to thank my best friends from home, for even though they are not my fraternity brothers, they helped to motivate me to continue my work in my chapter, and I consider them brothers nevertheless. I would also like to thank the alumni of Delta Kappa, as without their help, the Delta Kappa chapter would not be where it is today. Particularly, I would like to thank our chapter advisor, Jeff Mosier, as his dedication is unmatched by anyone as far as I can see. I would also like to thank the University of Tennessee, as it has allowed me to say Rocky Top will always be home sweet home to me, and specifically Hunter Carlime, as his guidance from day one helped our chapter be in the place it is in today. Lastly, I would like to thank the staff of the executive offices, both past and present, as not only have they given me a home out of college, but have helped make me a better professional with their guidance. I'd like to end this speech with a few words of advice. First, enjoy the moment. COVID taught us that you will never predict what the future will hold, and so you might as well enjoy every day like it's your last. Second, for you undergrads, what you get out of Greek life is what you put into it. With participation comes a better experience, both for yourself and for your chapter. Lastly, there's always something more to learn. Whether it comes from a brother, a teacher, an alumni, or someone else, take every experience, good or bad, as an opportunity to learn, and that is what college is all about. To wrap up, congratulations to the Maxwell founding 4 chapters, especially my brothers at Delta Kappa chapter. It is an incredible achievement, and I look forward to seeing what you accomplish next. To all of my brothers, Delta Kappa and beyond, go far and go Vols.
He that would be a leader must first be a bridge. Our honored founders had little way of knowing that they were bridge builders. Many of the alumni watching tonight may not realize they too have been building bridges. It is important to remind our current undergraduate brothers that they also have the opportunity to be builders of important bridges. Bridges for those who will seek the experience of fraternity. It is our responsibility, both undergraduate and alumni, to make certain the bridges we build are sturdy, sound, and able to withstand the test of time. 4 candles will be lit for our ceremony, each one representing one of our honored founders. They were Dwight Douglas, class of 1906, William Scheidler, class of 1907, Clinton Boyd, class of 1908, and Taylor Boredale, class of 1908. Each would be genuinely proud this evening to share this moment with you. Phi Kappa Tau develops men of character into men of distinction. Those 4 men and their associates also made a commitment to this cause. Founder Douglas was the oldest of our founders. He presided over that first meeting on March 17, 1906, just as he was completing his final year at Miami. Founder Douglas served in World War I and passed away in 1940, and his death took from us the first of our 4 founders. Founder Scheidler was the intellectual of the founding group. He entered Miami in 1904 and graduated in 3 years. Returning to Miami with a PhD from Cornell University in 1910, he taught geology for Miami for 47 years, a record still standing. He died in 1958. Founder Boyd came to Miami in 1904. With Scheidler, he helped organize the unaffiliated members of the student body. He completed law school at the University of Michigan and opened a law office and later served as a judge. Sadly, he was killed in an automobile accident in 1950. Founder Boredale came to Miami in the fall of 1904 to study science. As a student, he possessed remarkable organizational abilities and earned the nickname Boss. At his death at age 92 in 1977, Boredale had lived almost 20 years longer than any other founder and was the only link to the founders that many younger members had. He thus became the fourth and last founder to live only in our memories. I now invite each brother, undergraduate, and alumnus with us this evening to receive the spark of brotherhood by lighting a candle in your home as you join us tonight. I offer each of you this story, penned by someone who had the experience of true brotherhood uppermost in mind. An old man going a lone highway came at the evening, cold and gray, to a chasm vast and deep and wide. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. The sullen stream had no fear for him. But he turned when safe on the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. Old man, said a fellow pilgrim near, you are wasting your strength with building here. Your journey soon will end with the close of day, and you never again will pass this way. You've crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build you a bridge at evening tide? Good friend, in the path I have come, he said, there follows after me today a young man whose feet must pass this way. This chasm that has been naught to me, to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim, and so, good friend, I am building this bridge for him. I am building this bridge for him. With these words, we give pause to what we are about. We now have the task to make certain that we continue to build bridges for those yet to come, for those whom we may never meet, but knowing they will be better for our having been here today. We continue to grow, generation by generation, and it is fitting that we conclude with our brotherhood song.
We are brothers now and ever, until the day we die. And when that time comes rolling round, and we bid our last goodbye, there is one thing sure and certain. Let us bow our heads in awe. We'll meet again